Hi y'all. This is the update of my potato in hay growing experiment. So I cut some hay and dried it all, cut some grass, dried it, turned it into hay, and I put it in a fire pit and I grew potatoes in it. And let me give you the update. I've kind of like dissected the whole potatoes to see how they came out, and let me give you an update on it. So what I've done was I'm trying to figure out a way to keep food growing year round. Now this is the first year where I'm gonna have food in the ground year round. And the main driver of that food in the ground year round is the sugar beet. The plain, simple sugar beet, the sugar beet where you get your sugar from. And let me go ahead and show you this while I'm here. Now I went and captured a bunch of catfish, right? Some baby cats, like 5 catfish and 1 fish. And this is how you can tell that your fish are still alive. The catfish anyways. You see how that water's shaking, vibrating? See that in there? I think you can see it better right there, okay? That is the catfish vibrating just under the water. And you can see that water moving right there. See that? See the water vibrating? And check it out. There's a bug that fell in there. See that bug right there? So that's how you tell if your catfish is still alive. You're gonna need protein. And of course I got the bell pepper starters right here. But let me get over to the potato growing experiment, and in a fire pit. And well, since I'm here, this is my zucchini. And this is the okra in starter pots that I wanna get planted in that little raised bed right there. Okay, but let's get on with this experiment right here. So these are the potato plants that I pulled out of there. And if you remember, it was almost as tall as the chicken wire cage, the hay. And it all shrunk all the way down to the bottom of that rim there. And this is the very bottom of it right here. It's got a lot of rust on it. And this hay right here, it smells like really good high quality soil. I mean, really good stuff. It smells like a compost pit. But anyways, these are the plants, okay? Now, I've trimmed them all. I've trimmed all the material away from them. I had to use, I don't see them here. Oh, I had to use scissors to cut all the, all the hay out from under them. But this is what they look like. Okay. This is the big seed potato right here. And I planted whole seed potatoes in the ground. See that? And they came up from the eyes. And I don't know where these came from. They probably broke off. But I want you to look at this. You see that? For me, it would almost be better. And then look, this is interesting right here. This one, let me go ahead and break it apart right now. This potato grew right off the side of this seed potato. You can go ahead and break it off. Man, it's in there tight. See that? It came right off the side. Just like these right here. Let me go ahead and break these off. Came right off the side. And if you can see right here, it looks like there's a bunch growing off the side also. Go ahead and break this whole plant stem off. Look at that. See how they're growing right off the side of the potato? And look at all this. Wow. And then this guy right here, they're growing right off the side of the potato. See that? But this is the interesting one right here. I thought this was really interesting. Look what's happening down here. I put very little fertilizer in here. I'm trying to simulate, you know, like if you were actually have to go to a new location when you had to start from scratch. Well, what you'd do is you'd cut a bunch of grass, like what I have over there. Just cut the grass and, you know, collect it, dry it, and then start planting. But this is interesting right here, because this right here shot out a root. Let me bust that guy off right here, look. Okay, that's another starter. It almost looks better to pull the eyes off and plant them individually. And let me go ahead and see if I can break that potato off. Okay, so there's another potato growing right off the seed potato, and a whole bunch of little starters, like right here. But this is interesting right here, because this sent out a root, and potatoes are growing off that root. See that? I think what I'm going to do is pull that guy off. I think what I'm going to do is maybe plant this whole root in a starter pot. Oh, look at this! It sent out a root and grew a potato on the end right there. See that? Interesting. But so all these little potatoes right here, these could be potential starters for new potato plants. So what I'm gonna do is plant this okra in that raised bed, put some kind of fence around it to keep the deer out, and grab those little bitty potatoes and put them in starter pots and see what happens. It's another sugar beet. So, oh dang, I was gonna do corn too. This is sweet corn. I wanted to plant, but it seems like every weekend we got something going on. And see, I gotta do something about this zucchini right here, because it's starting to get really big and starting to crush the leaves. So I'd be out at the land right now, but I gotta do stuff back here. So I'm gonna create another experiment, putting those little baby potatoes in starter pots and see what happens. Put them in there right away. Might be able to plant them, and maybe I'll get another harvest out of them. Of course, once they get up there to a good size, I'll relocate them right into maybe more hay, something that you could find that's available in a new location that you're at. And just try to keep the cycle going. The idea is to try to have food in the ground year round. All right. See y'all later.